Hello there. We are back with another Spider-Man, aka OM1 double draft. We are looking at a somewhat weak pack 1. Most playable card here is probably Scorpion Sting. Arachnomania I feel like is not playable. It's a 5 mana do nothing. I mean, copying spells is very good, but just 5 mana is too much. I'm going to say it's unplayable. Probably. Now, Costume Closet is the other card we like, but I don't think it really goes with Scorpion Sting, so we could take a Vibrant Cityscape here, but that doesn't seem right. We'll only ever play 1 or 2 of these in our decks. Let's take, I guess, a white card. Let's take Costume Closet. Okay, Damien Caress, probably the best card. I like a Favored Fighter here. I also like a Pigeon. Blue, white, and white, green are pretty good combinations. I feel like I feel like black, white is not really an archetype you can play. So we'll take Damien Caress here, and then it's between Pigeon, Favored Fighter, and Zan. Is Zan better than Favored Fighter? I feel like in the green-white deck he might be a bit better. You can in-web him for 3. And if you have something like a Pigeon, then you're very happy. Let's take, oh no, we passed the Damien Caress. I did not mean to do that. Let's take Sudden Strike and Darval here. We'll leave Reality Fulcrum. I've come down on it as of late. Valet would match our green-white deck. I'm not crazy about any of these picks. And black may need to be something we abandon, since we passed black and only have a Scorpion Sting at this point. Okay, here's that original pack wheeling. I would like to take Arachnomania just because it's a mythic rare for the collection, but it's probably more responsible to take what the alley lurkers here, and the goblins, maybe the shock. Very much doubt we'll ever play the Skyrod, even in green-white. Okay, there's Zora. Spectacular Tactics is spectacular. I think we'll take a Zora and explore the idea of maybe being green-white. There is not much else in this pack that impresses us. Crook is playable, Caracols is playable, and the exclusive Nightclub is something I think we really want for the Mayhem deck only. Lane in would be playable if we were black. We will absolutely take a Leyline Weaver here. And there's another lane in, but we could also pick up a dual colored land here. Snatchback, I've come down on a lot, especially if we're not blue main. And Basil is nothing special as far as 2-drops go. Scions is 5 different colors to cast. We will pass him. Lost in Witjara is good if we have a creature that's very good with its ETB. Then we can copy it here. It is a little bit slower, so you don't want it in all decks, but we'll take it here along with maybe the Citizen. I don't think we have the ability to drop white at this point. But the Gallant Citizen, if we end up playing 3 colors, can be awkward with multiple colors. There's another Leyline Weaver. We'll pick him up. And I'm tempted to take a Hide in Mundanity because Gallant Citizen is, like I said, awkward if we end up being a 3rd color, but I don't think it's late enough in the draft that we are that desperate for removal. If we are blue, we will want this. We don't know if our 3rd color is blue or black or something else yet. Speaking of, their Shock, their Steel Web Surveyor. I guess take these 2 cards, think about it. Snatchback, clandestine work are going into our piles of maybe. Okay. Blue is going to be our 3rd color, it looks like. We'll take a Support Appearance here and hopefully wheel one of these cards. Mothwing Shroud is something we desperately need. Is it actually just Mothwing Shroud and Support Appearance? Angler's Shield is great, but we don't have any bargain spinners to go fetch it. And we need removal. Alternatively, we could leave 2 green cards here and hope to wheel one. Nah, this is probably the responsible pick. Let's take Support Appearance. Removal, we know we need both. And Kren is great. Rouse the Swarm is something we'll definitely pick up. The life gain has been relevant in just about every green deck we've played. And we have sources to create other types of mana, so we should be able to create red mana a decent amount of the time with Kren. Okay, Hide in Mundanity is removal. Aerialist would be hard to play. How many spiders do we have? 4 right now. That up. All right, and now we can probably start thinning our deck of cards that we don't particularly want to play. Can we afford a ref here? How many 2-drops do we actually have? This is removal / combat trick, removal, kind of do nothing. We probably won't play that. Removal. I think we still need more removal, so we'll take that. And Angler's Shield actually wheels with Hide in Mundanity. I think this solidifies it. Blue will be our 3rd color. Pick up both of these. Margot would wear the shield pretty well, so we'll take her here. And Caracal will fill our 2-drop slot. Aerialist may be too hard to play, but we'll see. The Ore Blue mana is harder to cast than the Ore Green mana of the Gallant Citizens. We'll see that Arala is here, so we can probably cut that. Rouse the Swarm. Ref can potentially be cut. The black cards are out, including the Sting. How many spiders do we have for Zora? Only 4. That's not enough. Costume Closet. How much in web are we doing? Costume Closet will become, I think, a bit less palatable with that. So this is not on the chopping block, but Arala and the ref are. Valet is good for in web, but our only in web card right now, I guess, is Zon. Is that it? Yes. I don't think Alley Lurkers is good enough to play. Snatch and Snatchback is going to be too hard to play for double blue mana if we want to draw the card off it. Spectacular Tactics goes here. So if our only in web card is Zon, I think Opulent Valet is getting cut. Mothwing Shroud can go in our removal pile. I guess we also have Darval. but we have a pigeon to wheel to in web as well. We technically also have Kren if we can somehow get Kren tapped with either like support appearance or if he just does not have blockers. All right, so we need one more cut here. It's going to be Arala or referee. I think it's going to be Arala. Ref is better 4-drop than the Arala, especially if we're not milling Arala. So this looks good. This looks palatable. We ended up with, I think, enough interaction here. Let's figure out the mana. So it's green, white main. Blue is the splash for sure. We don't need blue until turn 3 at the earliest. So let's make sure green and white are correct first. We'll want white turn 1 and turn 2 with at least these 2 cards. And then green will help us ramp quickly. So green's more important than white is more important than blue. So green has 6 sources. That is not enough. Let's start by cutting islands and 1 plane. See what that looks like. So 9 forests. Then white, we have 6 sources. 7, 8. So it'd be 9, 8. And then for blue, we have 3, 4, 5. 9, 8, 5. 5 is a little rough. I'm not gonna lie, yeah, it is rough. But hopefully we don't need blue until later with Lost Nolet Jara being a 4-drop. Angler's Shield is a 5-drop, and then Hide in Mundanity, even though it's only 2 mana, is removal, so it really will typically be played a lot later. I think that's the best we can do mana-wise. So let's take it. I don't think Scout the City is going to make the deck, but we could potentially put in instead of Margot. I think Margot is in there for curve purposes. It's a 3-drop if we hit our blue mana, and can also just be a nice way to draw 2 cards per turn if we get to equip Angler's Shield on it. Scarpong. Okay, all 3 colors, no problem. This is a fabulous starting hand. We just got very lucky this turn. Okay, and we will even be able to web our Gallant Citizen back potentially if he doesn't have a creature that can block it, which would be any creature. You know, we have a 1/1. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be great. I assume he does not kill our 1/1 and just takes it out to the face here. Yep. All right, we'll unweb. We want double green or double white here. We have double blue. White. I think we want double white here. That way we can play the Gallant Citizen and Margot next turn. Although we could do that with green as well. Okay. Now we have double everything. Let's... It's not a... It is a spider. We could play Rouse the Swarm pre-combat. But I think it's better to just attack in here first and see what happens. Alternatively, we could play Gallant Citizen, see if we draw a protection spell for Zan. But if he has something like Scorpion Sting, I think we'll just let Zan die here. Okay. Gallant Citizen. Deployed. Play Forest and slam a Margot. Is he going to counter? Workers. Okay, don't mind seeing that. If he taps out, I think it'll be a good opportunity to play Angler's Shield, quit Margot, and double draw. And it looks like that's exactly what he's going to do. So, alternatively, we could Mothwing Shroud and and web our Citizen back again. But I think it'll be better to attack with Zan. What are we going to leave open? 2, 1, 2, yeah. Darval can in web. Attack with everything but the Citizen here. Okay, he will trade. And we're actually punished for having a blue mana instead of green mana untapped there. Okay, he destroys Margot but taps out to do so. That means we can equip and attack with Gallant Citizen. I think we want to attack without equipping. What does he become, a 3/3? Draws a card. We have 7 mana. I think this is this a cheaper way? It's the same cost. We just don't have a 3/3. Let's go Darval. Web 1. Play the Weaver. Play the Rouse. Now our spiders are big boys. So if we equip for 2, we would have had 5 mana left. We would have been able to play Darval and Leyline Weaver, but we would not have been able to play Rouse this way. Okay, no counter. Opponent is still dirtling. That is fine. He actually taps out for that, so 3/2. Let's play. Let's trade here, right? Or are we just gonna beat him down? Let's take 3. So if we play the ref, the Weaver will untap. 2, 3, 4, 5. See what we draw. That's 10. And now I think we can just slam a gallant citizen, and even if he has a wrath, we're not in a bad spot. With spectacular tactics, any creature getting through will offer a lethal threat. Nice. I think the opponent dirtled too much there. He took turn 2 off and then spent a lot of time drawing cards. His alley lurkers also is understated for 3 mana. I'm trying to do a better job, especially with blue-black decks myself, to understand when I am the controller, the control player versus the aggro beatdown. And the answer is with blue-black, if you have good value for a late game, like a bunch of Terralas and draw spells, that you're almost always the control player. Blasto. Okay, Pigeon turn 1. Leyline Weaver turn 2 is a powerful start. We don't have blue for Margot or Angler Shield yet, but that's okay. And will be fixed if we play Zan. Ideally, we still hit a land so that we can continue to ramp and so that we can keep Leyline Weaver on the field and instead web with the Pigeon. He has a Steel Web Surveyor, actually. I wonder if he'll block here. Let's find out. If he does, that's acceptable. He trades a 2-drop for a 1-drop and we get a food token. Leyline Weaver, even if it doesn't have an attack, will be able to tap for mana so that we can web with Zan next turn. Unless he kills it. So that's the most awkward thing that could have happened. Now we just have to chill. Opponent is playing 3 colors as well. There goes a Chariot. I guess we might as well pop this now. We don't have like anything to turn into it besides health gain. That is unfortunate. We draw just Crime Scene Instructor. It won't block, so maybe the correct thing to do. No, we can web with it. I don't think the web timing works out that we get to put the 1/1 counter on Zan, but if we had another creature on the board, then webbing would send the Crime Scene Instructor's modified counter to another creature. There's the Arachnologist. We'll slam a Favored Fighter. Create a treasure token and chill. We're still hoping to web with Crime Scene Instructor, but we can't attack into a 2/3 with our 2/2. We'll just take 2 here. Three, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. I think we just slam Zan here. Get an island. And enable these 3 blue cards in our hand. I mean, we had that treasure, but we'll be able to, you know, repeatedly tap for mana as opposed to just being able to cast one of these. Infernal Grasp is a good card. Fortunately, he's not, you know, like beating us down for a bunch of damage. We're just taking 2 from each creature. He has a Zan of his own. Okay, but fortunately it's tapped, so he won't be able to replay the lane in this turn. Now 4, 5, 6 mana. We can play Margot and remove his Zan. We're not blocking this 2/3, and he'll probably tap for mana with it anyways. Now, he could play a bigger threat than Zan, but I think preventing the damage is going to be important because we have some good value cards here. We're definitely not going to block Margot. We want him to tap out. It's basically tapped out as far as we're concerned, so that we can draw cards off Angler's Shield. Now, do we can potentially draw an island and another card that we want to draw off, so that we want to play with that island, right? Like Hide in Mundanity. So let's leave green and white untapped and leave a land unplayed until we've seen what we draw. So 4 cards is nice. Kren can come down. Let's slam down the Surveil land and play Kren. Crime Scene Instructor is definitely one, and I think Kren is actually the other. Diversify our threats, make a 2/3 blocker for his Merciless Enforcers, and add another counter to Crime Scene Instructor since it passes on its counters when it leaves. I think for that reason we will block here. Make Kren large. I mean, making Margot 5/5 would be fun, but I think Margot poses a larger threat than Kren right now, so he's more likely to remove Margot than Kren. She's drawing us 4 cards every time she connects. Yep, so I'm glad we put it on Kren. We can we Lost in Jara and play Margot this turn? 4, 5, he can do 4 damage. We have a good attack here with Kren. 3, 6, 7 mana. So we can play Lost in Jara and Margot, but we wouldn't copy Margot. We can equip here first and see what happens. I think it's best to see what we draw, unless he chumps, and then play Lost in Jara and get 2 Margots on board with the Angler's Shield hang around. That'll be a lot of unblockable damage across 2 bodies. Surveil 3, sure. The ref. Is nice. What can we bring back with ref? I guess City Pigeon and Leyline Weaver. So Heightened Mundanity will be good for that, but he could triple block. Guess we attack first to see what we draw. He'll probably chump with his 3/3 token. Yep. Is it better to copy Margot or the ref here? I think the ref would be better actually. Let's bring back Margot. Crime scene instructor. And win to probably anything but a Villainous Wrath. Okay, no Villainous Wrath. His card name will say Margot. We will do we equip her? Yeah. Let's equip her. Hide in Mundanity and just swing out. We need to actually make sure we don't deck ourselves here. Let's put it on the ref. Slam down a plains. Rouse, and then we'll have, what, 3 mana left? Game. Okay, we could have made double Margot there, which would have been fun. And I don't know that double Margot was any less correct than double ref, but good spot to be in. Pigeon and Crackle. So we got a turn 1 and turn 2 play. Okay, let's see. Island here. Attack with both creatures. Z doesn't threaten any damage back. We could kill the mob lookout for 3 mana here, but I think it's going to be better to in-web Zan. Don't really care that much about O3 body at this point. Now, I think it's better to grab double green than any other color. Is that correct? Do we have any double green? No, so double white I think is actually the play here with the pigeon in hand. If we draw another land, we could want to play Rouse in the pigeon. Or if we have to remove something with Sudden Strike, do that, play the pigeon. Okay, just Rouse is probably going to happen here. I guess we'll attack with Zan. Trade for his land. I guess we don't have to. Do we offer that trade? We're about to make a 3-2. No. Just slam Rouse the Swarm. Get Rouse in the house. And then next turn we can attack with the Caracals, threaten activation, throw down a pigeon, and remove his lane in with one of our 3 removal spells. Okay. Zan will actually chill. If he walks with the O3, we will probably just accept that, honestly. I don't think we'll pump. Is it better to remove his mob lookout or play Leyline Weaver? We'll decide when it happens. Huh. This makes no sense. We'll pump to be a 4/4 and then we'll kill both creatures instead, just trading with the lane in. There we go. He figures it out. And that makes sense. Alternatively, we could Sudden Strike here. Play a Leyline Weaver. I like that. And it will be a 3/3. We have enough removal. I feel like that's the right thing to do. Start getting value from the removal. And now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We attack with everything, right? 4, 5, 6 mana. Okay. We'll play out our pigeon. And remove his enforcers. We still have Hide and Mundanity. This is a little bit aggressive. But yeah, he elected to keep that thing alive, so I was wondering if he's just holding up activation. Oh, he must have a lot of lands. Okay, is that win number 3? Yes, it is. So, For the trophy, for all the marbles, entering. This deck has been pretty good. Tricolor has been treating us a lot better than just dual color in these double drafts. Green makes it very, very easy to splash other colors. There's also, multicolored lands. There's surveil lands, rare and uncommon lands that will tap. Those will typically be worse for multiple colors. The essentially evolving wilds, they call it like terramorphic expanse or whatever it's called in this set. And then finally a ton of green creatures fix. So it ends up being a lot easier to play 3 colors than it looks like. We have like so many uncommons. The favored fighter makes treasure tokens. Supportive parents is uncommon, but it taps to make any color. And if you really want to, you can play the 2/3 Arachnologist to make colors, and then Zan also will enweb and go grab whatever color. So ends up being not as large an investment as it normally is in other sets. We will keep this. This is got Pigeon to Leyline Weaver. Probably have to wait to play University Campus, but that's okay. 3, 6, 7. He's got a regulation size deck, so got something instant speed. If it's a Scorpion Sting, he'll kill our Leyline Weaver here. Yes, he does. Now our hand is a little awkward. We have just a Pigeon on field with only removal and lands in hand. So if he flashes in, like Alloy Workers or something, then it looks weird. He has hit 3 colors off just plain lands and still can't play out his hand, it seems like. But we're not doing much to capitalize on our side, honestly. 4 colors with just plain lands. No fixing. No Evolving Wilds. No. Okay. There's Favored Fighter. We will kill that before I end a turn. We potentially are giving him the 1 blue protection spell by letting him create the treasure before we kill Favored Fighter. But that's alright. If he does use that spell, then it lets us get rid of more removal from our hand by using Sudden Strike when he attacks. We can't surveil yet, right? We're 1 mana short, so let's spend Spectacular Tactics on his Favored Fighter. And that is most likely a surveil at the end of his turn. I doubt he plays something with haste that we use Sudden Strike on. He's probably sitting in hand also with removal, like we are, now that he's hit 4 out of 5 colors. I guess 5 if you count the treasure. Wow. That's crazy. Does he have more white cards that he can't play even if he hit all 4? Okay, that is a better removal target than Zora. Pass to attackers, and now surveil time. Goodbye plains. If we surveil, we can't afford to kill Horus, so yeah, we'll draw here. Do we want to get back the Leyline Weaver or just pump the Pigeon here? I think because we're speculating he has removal, we'll go grab the Weaver. Take damage this turn and use Sudden Strike later. Can we afford to surveil and still play Sunstrike? Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6. This is essentially 5. No. So we're not surveilling at our upkeep. Zine, okay. We'll gain life, get another counter. And make a very large creature. Is that 8 power? Yup. Actually, just take 8 here. Believe it or not. So we will hide in mundanity. This Vizine. I guess we'll do it on the other one. We'll use Sudden Strike. And we could either hide in mundanity or, yeah, we probably should for damage purposes, or surveil. I think it's too greedy to just sit back and surveil while he hits us for, what, 5 more damage? Yikes, through the Omen Pass. Pretty good. We had actually Mothwing shrouded that. We would have gone away with it. And Razorkin is about to go off with creatures he brings in with 4. I guess it's only when you cast spells, though, actually. So we will play Support Appearance here. Mothwing, Shroud, Razorkin, and try to get in for 5. I guess get in for 5. No. It's potentially correct to just get rid of through the Omen Pass there. In fact, I'm thinking it would be. We just have to deal with Restless Razorkin. They're kind of doing the same thing. I assume he'll have a 4-mana play each turn, but through the Omen Path is guaranteed. Oh, maybe not. Maybe we would be in a pretty good spot if we had gotten rid of the Razorkin. (3/2), so our pigeon can't attack. Yeah, we are in an awkward spot now, and I think it's due to not just using Mothwing Shroud on through the Omen Path. There are cards we can draw, like Angler's Shield. I think that would get us back into it. So let's get our supportive parents to a 5/5. Or is it better on the ref? 4 power, 5 toughness. Maybe the Leyline Weaver is better, actually. Okay, he likes it. Keeps it on top. It's a bad side for us. When does he get the creatures? Beginning of combat on his turn. Lets us draw the card. Actually prefers to trade for supportive parents. Slam that down, and it's probably correct to put this on the pigeon now. Okay. Is he going to send the pigeon back? Or he's going to send his own Oris back because it has reach and will gain him life. Put counters on everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll have 2 mana left. 3, 5 is going to be at 4, 6 with the counter. So that's going to be too large to get through. Yikes. Just have to take that. No blocks. And he kills himself, I doubt it. That's not what we need. Alright, that's a scoop. We exile through the Omen Path there. I think we win against this crazy 5-color deck. But we have some room to work with here. We had 0 losses, so we get another shot at the trophy here. Okay, this is a keepable first hand. We have Gallant Citizen to play if we don't draw Forest for Leyline Weaver, but we do draw Forest for Leyline Weaver, so we don't have to worry about it. Janai and Hoppy is a good card. I think we will actually play Gallant Citizen here so that we can enweb it with Leyline Weaver. Potentially. This will look awkward if he plays anything that stops us from tapping Gallant Citizen with. Okay. No, that'll block. Okay, if he plays a 4-mana creature, he may attack with the Lurking Wizards. Lunge, he actually kills the Leyline Weaver. And that will allow us to web the Gallant Citizen back to our hand, is the silver lining, and we'll be able to play out Pigeon. So let's attack first. And web, make sure we still have a Plains left. Slam down that Pigeon. Let's go get that island. He is the same colors as us. Looks like green, white mane with a splash of blue. Let it through. I see that he slams down a Margot of his own. Interesting. Okay, he'll put counters on it. Whenever a modified creature leaves the battlefield, so exiling will still trigger this. If we use Mothwing Shroud on it. Now, do we use Mothwing Shroud on it? If he has an equipment like we do, he draws a bunch of cards. But as it stands, we should maybe just take 6 damage from it. Does that seem right? Or is that a kill on sight? Because he'll move counters to Janai. And we'll still be in a bad spot. Alright, I guess we see what we draw off the citizens first. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we just need to survive. Let's exile his Margot. He'll make his Janai a 4-power creature that flies probably, but that will put it in range of Spectacular Tactics. I don't think I've seen this one before. Trail of Teacups. Mill 5 cards. Damage equal to various power. 2 damage. Gets to kill the pigeon. We'll get a food token at least. We probably should have attacked last turn with the pigeon. We're not blocking with it. What does he do in the 2 phases? +2/+2. Return target creature from your graveyard to your hand. So I think actually want to wait that out if we can. Prince Ref. I think we get back the Weaver. And then play the Crime Scene Instructor. We'll give it to the Trampler or the Flyer. Let's find out. Flyer. So just the Flyer is going to be sent this turn. We're going to have to take it. If he has +4/+4, then we're dead. Simple as. So he unfortunately is dodging spectacular tactics so far. Get that Janai. But the good news is we can make Leyline Weaver a 3/3 and at least trade for it. If he does nothing this turn, what do we have if we play this? 4/7 mana. Two, 4, 6. I think it's better to play out Crime Scene Instructor. Hold up Spectacular Tactics and the food token. I think we actually need to hold up that food token this turn. Free Strider Aces is an annoying one, but I think less annoying than Janai, since we have limited flying and reach right now. It's going to be awkward if he puts it on Janai. I assume he'll put it on the Wizards, as that makes Leyline Weaver an awkward block. Even if we pump it to 3/3, first strike will still get us. Yikes, it looks like he is going to maybe put it on Janai. He's looking at Wizards now. I think Wizards will chill, so... Oh, okay. Alright, let's... We don't need to gain life yet, do we? What are we blocking the Wizards with? Our... So 4, we're going to gain 3, go to 7. +2/+2 wouldn't kill us. Do we just take it? Alternatively, no, we don't have an alternative, do we? So we would have died to +2/+2 and flying, but if he had +2/+2 and flying, I guess yeah, we could have put the 1/1 on the Trampler to take 1 less damage. 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. It's probably safest to put this on the Wizards. And then slam with Jara. Angler Shield is nice. Hide in Mundanity is nice. We can draw. This is also reach. Do we want all of this? Honestly. So we'll copy a creature next turn. That can be the Caracals. Probably safest to do this order. 4, 6. We can afford to hide in Mundanity his Chizak and play our Caracals and pay for Ward. So he has Defender. He won't do attack. Alright, let's hide in Mundanity this creature first. Auto pay will leave a green around Caracals. We'll copy it. No attacks. So let's see, 4 mana. I think this actually goes on to Caracals, and we threaten to activate with it rather than Crime Scene Instructor, since the Crime Scene Instructor will let us draw an extra card off it if we connect. And we're not doing anything else with the mana. Besides maybe Surveilling, we won't if we play 4 mana. Okay, we'll say Cruel Caracals. I guess we attack with the other one as well. You could put the 4/4 on the 4/4 and the 2/2 on the 2/3, or you could put the. Can he get us here? The 2/3 and the 2/2 on a 4/4, and then a 4/4 on the 2/2. So I guess just this one attacks. Okay. Well, we get to kill both creatures. For first strike. If he attacks with first strike and vigilance, I think we'll block with Crime Scene Instructor. Right? What if we triple blocked with Zan, Ref, and Instructor? That would be death to just Ref or Instructor first. Yeah, that'd be good for us. So I guess we want to see what we draw off creature we attack with next. So 2, 5, that's 5, 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, probably makes sense to do Caracals instead of Zan. We have the mana to play Gallant even if we activate Caracals here. Okay, support appearance, we can actually play that out this turn. And I'm not going to tap 4 creatures to re-equip. Okay, that will have flying, so we're in trouble. We need to get something next turn. Do we surveil at our upkeep? We either need something with reach, like Leyline Weaver, or I guess life gain, or removal. Sudden Strike will do it. We'll draw that. To main. To combat. That's fine, we're gonna kill that anyways. And now we're probably in a good spot as long as he does not have hexproof. Two, three, four. Do we surveil? Probably. I mean, no, we're gonna draw a lot of cards. Okay. I think that's still worth it. Lose a 1/1 to in-web and draw another card off it. Margot. Okay. On the case. And we won't re-equip, we will surveil. End of turn. I don't think there's anything that will give him trample in green, white, blue. Okay, Arachnologist is alright. Don't mind seeing that. Probably put a counter on it to make it a 3/4. Let's surveil. We want to not mill ourselves to death, but I don't think that's going to happen at this point. Hide in Mundanity is great. Take it. We will re-equip here to Margot. Draw some more cards, but be careful because we're going to draw 4 off this. And it's potentially correct to just swing out this turn, but we'll figure it out. Next turn we'll just swing out. And this will be, say, re-equip to... We're just going to re-equip. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, 7. It might have been correct, but I would have had to do math. That is another Tropski for the Broski. So dumb. 4 wins. Tricolor has been treating us better in Spider-Man set, so we're going to do that, especially when we have green. Margot was a lot of fun. She's kind of the all-star of the deck, considering we only had one case of her. Plus the other blue-white card, Angor's Shield. We drew many, many cards off this card. So, nice. We'll see you in the next one.